Welcome back to another episode of the Bro Monroe Show, hosted by El Paso's funniest bros. Please enjoy and don't be a weenie.
All right, fellas, welcome to another edition of the Bro Monroe Show. This is your boy John Gotti Maserati, Miles P, Milo the Madman. We had a new one. I forgot what the new one was, but whatever it may be.
The PM3K. He's a PM3K.
PM3K.
What is PM3K? I already forgot.
The Pussy Magnet 3000 with his new haircut. With his new haircut, dog.
Damn, we all got some fresh fades, courtesy of.
There you go.
Kike.
No, the other one.
That was the wrong one.
That was the wrong one, dog.
That was the wrong. I'm sorry, Gabby.
It's on a drum roll.
Sorry, Gabby.
Shout to no.
No, but yeah,
That's
all right,
all you
go
guys.
introduce yourself. Like, go ahead.
No. My name is Ray Zombie, aka Thotty Pippin, aka Thick Flair, aka Ray Ruckus. What's good? Shout out to Gabby for hooking us up with these fades, with these fresh ass fades.
Nice.
I needed that shit. I mean, Milo needed that shit. And Drew, I don't know.
I definitely needed that.
Hell yeah. I don't know about where you get your haircuts at, but give him a shout out
there's
real
a
quick.
Cholo in Montana Vista that cuts my hair for $30. He doesn't do bad. So.
Hell yeah. Nice.
Shout out to the Cholos and shit.
Edgar.
Shout to Cholos.
His name's actually Edgar, by the way.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's
Not a
badass,
stereotype.
Hell yeah, dude.
Does he have the Edgar haircut?
No, he's fucking bald, dude.
He's an old school Edgar.
He's old school
Oh,
Edgar.
okay,
yeah.
so-
Alright, introduce yourself real
So
quick.
his
blood.
son has the Edgar haircut.
He gives his son
And the silver teeth.
El Edgar Jr. LEJ.
What's going on, baby? It's Friday. Fuck yeah. I don't know why I'm so stoked. I'm fucking burnt out, baby, but it's good to be here. My name is Andrew. Hello.
Hello. And then we have a very special guest, as always. Got to give a big shout out to my boy. Introduce yourself, my dude.
What's going on, guys? My name's Steven Puga. I guess you could say a comedian.
Yeah,
bro.
dog. Yeah,
bro.
bro.
Now official a national touring comic.
Get one of these and shit. Real quick.
I'm from right here in El Paso, Texas. I grew up in Cielo Vista, the mean streets of Cielo Vista.
Hell yeah. Better watch out with that 2.5. That 2.5, baby.
The 2.5, we don't fuck around. Nah, it's fine.
Be careful walking alone on fucking Edgemere Park and shit.
Dude, I love Edgemere Park.
Might get fucking mauled by a fucking pack of golden retrievers and shit.
Pack of soccer moms out there walking on Saturday morning.
Careful.
Got plenty of old people looking out the window and shit, so you can't really do too much dirt, bro.
There really is.
No, a lot of neighborhood watching the 2.5, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Most definitely.
2.5, what's up, baby?
Yeah,
What's going on, guys?
Oh man, so what's good, baby?
You ready for your breaking the ice party story, baby?
Oh, yeah. Asking me what are we doing here?
Oh, no. So, you know how every episode we start off with a drunk story, party story, wild story, whatever.
Right.
You know, the icebreaker, whatever you had ready for us.
So I remember the last time I was here, I talked about having a party with a bunch of Fort Bliss guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I came back and I thought about that. I was like, man, I think I have a better story than that. I feel like everybody in El Paso who's watching this can relate to back in my early 20s, the Trap Thursday night swims.
Oh,
at
yeah.
The garden?
Yeah. I remember those. Those were
Was it garden?
It was the
Yeah, it
garden.
was garden,
Remember
right?
they had the pool in
because
the
they had the
middle?
pool.
Okay.
And again, the same military guys would go and party. I would go to. I was underage. I couldn't get in there, but they got me in.
Oh, yeah.
So that's probably why the place isn't around anymore. But
I'm pretty sure someone died there.
I'm pretty sure too. You know,
Because of the army guys.
but yeah, no. Just going to Trap Thursdays, man. How much fun that was. I mean, I'm pretty sure El Paso can relate to that.
Yeah.
Past ones of a certain age can, right?
You know who you are.
Yeah.
If she doesn't know what Trap Thursdays are, she's too young for you, bro.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Shit.
Oh, damn.
Shit.
I think at the time that I was going, they were too young.
Oh, I was too young. I was only like
Yeah.
19, 20 years old when they were sneaking me into that fucking place.
Dude, did you ever go to the brunch there when they had it downtown? Right there
I
by
went
there?
one time.
Damn, that was like a whole other world, bro.
I went one time, and
That
yeah,
shit?
it was a different animal.
Your face.
Yeah, you do.
Why are you making that face? Enlighten us.
No, I don't know.
Dude, I remember one time I went to one of those I went to one of those brunches and it was around the playoff time because I remember the Cowboys were playing the Packers and shit, and it was pretty intense because everybody was with their Bud Lights watching the game. Like they had TVs just because it was such a big thing because of playoffs.
Right.
And is that the year that the Cowboys got smacked like with the Dez? Was it that one?
That had
I
to
wasn't
be. I
with
think
you.
You weren't with me?
I think
Were you
so.
with me?
Nah.
Yeah.
Scarecrow.
It
It
had
might
to
have been
been.
Scarecrow then that was with
No,
me. that
Scarecrow and I were at my crib watching that game.
day. Who was with me then? I can't remember who was with me then. What, dude?
Shit, excuse me.
Uh,
Don't ever burp into the mic. But
Yeah, those brunches were badass, dude.
Yeah,
they
they
were
were.
fun. Did you ever go to those brunches?
I didn't, dude. I was a nerd and I worked a lot. I was always working, dude. I pick up shifts like crazy.
yeah, you would. And the brunch that's memorable is the one where you threw your shoe out the window while I was driving.
Dude,
Oh shit.
that was a G2 brunch. That was a G2.
That was the old school. It was on
the Black
Cincinnati.
Market.
That's
Black
what-
Market
okay,
was.
Black Market.
Where you
Black
broke your
Market.
wrist? Is that the one you broke your wrist, or that's a different?
No, that was a different
Okay.
brunch. Yeah,
Nah,
dude,
that
I've had
one-
so many fucking brunches.
That one we went and our homie was sponsoring, remember?
Yeah.
And so we got pretty litty, and then on the way home, I don't know why this guy took off his shoes and like we were driving was it on the freeway that you
I
threw
think
it
so,
out the
yeah.
fucking window?
What kind of shoes were they?
They were Chucks.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, they were Vans.
Vans.
Oh,
They were
okay.
Vans,
At least
yeah.
they were replaceable, you know.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
back then they were cheap and shit, right?
We ended up we stopped to eat somewhere.
Taco Cabana.
Top TC, and this motherfucker didn't have any shoes on
They still served me though. I got lucky. But yeah.
because he had his shirt on.
Wow.
Yeah, 'cause I-
Yeah,
At,
yeah,
least, at least he had his shirt on.
Yeah, it was only half of the no shirt, no shoes policy.
True.
That's true.
That's crazy, man.
So tell us about the trap Thursday then. Like what happened there?
Well, so my friends that I don't know if people who are watching the previous podcast that I did with DJ Cooch and Paul Antonio, you know, those Thursdays were just a lot of fun. I remember my friends from Fort Bliss, they had just got out of West Point and they were stationed here. And when you're at West Point, you can't really party, you can't really
Do anything.
do anything because you know you're going to school to be an officer in the Army. And it just so happens that these guys lucked out and out of all places got stationed here at Fort Bliss. So and we all know El Paso's a very big party town. So yeah, I just remember those were like a lot. Those were a lot of fun those days at Trap Thursdays. The girls at those parties were insane. The pool was crazy. That brunch that I went to was pretty insane too.
Did you ever get in the pool?
I did one time. You know, here's the thing about me. I don't really like public pools.
Me either, dude.
I'm not a big public pool guy. I know.
The thought of it is cool,
Yeah.
but then like actually when you get down to it, nah.
Yeah, I know.
I have a serious question for you. Are you a pee in the pool kind of guy, or
No, I'm not.
Is that disgusted? No, man.
That's the reason why I don't go. I don't like those things. Like I look, listen. I like to go hang out. I like to go have fun. I know earlier today I was with my girlfriend at Camp Cohen in the pool.
Shout out to Camp Cohen.
dude.
But the only
that place
reason
is
why
dope.
I went in there is because there wasn't that many people.
All right.
When half of El Paso and Anthony, New Mexico was inside of a pool and went wild at the wave pool, you can miss me with that, you know. But I'm not a big public pool guy. I don't know. Here's the thing: is like I don't know where you have been before that.
Yeah.
Did you
exactly.
shower? Did you
A lot of
clean
people
yourself?
don't. A lot of people don't.
Exactly. I don't want to be in that water with you.
I mean, you're gonna get wet there. Might as well just wait, right? So you're already fucking all full of
And
fucking
it,
sweat. And
the
everything.
big argument is, oh, there's chlorine. But
Yeah, I was about to say people say it, but
there's not enough chlorine in the world that could fucking clean somebody's ass
Definitely not mine.
10 times
Definitely
over.
not
You
mine.
know what I mean?
that's nasty, bro. Are you a pee in the pool kind of guy?
I used to be.
Okay. What stopped you? The blue markers or what? The ones that alert you? Is that
What is that? Why is it following me? No, dude, no. I guess I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was a kid, I did, but no, as an adult, no. I can say I would get out and piss
What about you?
in a bush or something.
I drop logs in there, bro. I just let them go.
Floating and shit.
I let
Hit your
them-
homie in the face.
looking like chocolate paydays and shit.
Everybody's got to get out of the pool.
What movie is that? Is that the
Next
Sandlot?
Friday? Next Friday.
Next Friday.
Oh,
Next
Friday.
No. I don't think I ever. I mean, I rarely went into the pool, dude. Like I was we're Northeast kids, so it was, hey, you guys want to go swimming? And it was fucking water hose in somebody's backyard.
There you go.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's what it
Yeah.
was, so.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm telling you,
Or
guys in the
someone
South had everything.
Someone had a slip and slide.
Yeah.
I remember
Nah.
growing up in the neighborhood. No one had a slip and slide.
None
I
of
had
these.
one.
Dude, we always fucking eat shit on that, bro. Fuck.
You have the bricks, hold it down and shit.
The
Scrape
rocks.
yourself.
Yeah.
I remember fucking
Damn,
scraping.
y'all lived it
fucking
up in
knees,
the
bro.
South and too
No,
far,
but
bro.
and then we'd also have like if your grandma had one of those fucking sprinklers, I would just fucking turn.
Just sit on it and
You
let it
just
go up your
fucking-
ass. I'm just kidding.
is that
his
where it came
face.
from? Is that where it came from?
Face where he's all-
Wait, oh, you mean sprinkler your thumb? Wait, that sprinkler?
What about shower? You pee in the shower kind of guy?
I plead the fifth.
Drew?
Damn, bro.
I am since age
No,
7,
I
baby.
do. I'm already
since age
there.
7, bro.
I'm not gonna
goes to
lie
the
to you,
same
dog.
place.
I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. I
That's
piss,
very true.
I piss in the shower, dog.
Okay.
Piss in the shower.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
it's
100%.
normal, bro.
I mean, I shit in the shower too, and I waffle it.
Like,
I just try to waffle it.
It's a little stomp waffle action.
Yeah, bro. You're already there. Just rinse, and fucking repeat. That's it.
it's fucking gross, dog.
Oh no! I mean, without getting too personal, I mean, I use the facilities prior to showering, so I don't need to pee.
You ever taking a shit and you're all lathered up and shit, and then it hits you?
Yes, bro.
Fucking bubble
Oh,
guts.
that one.
You're all
Those
full
are
of
the worst.
suds and you're
Yeah,
sitting there.
bro.
They're slipping and sliding on the fucking.
You're like, fuck.
Yeah, way.
and it's always one that hurts, right? You're just
Yeah,
fucking there,
bro.
just like praying for life and shit.
The water's still running and shit.
Fuck.
You're like, fuck.
Oh, dude, those are
There's a mess. There's a little puddle on the floor and shit. Like, fuck.
fuck.
And I gotta do
man.
double cleaning. Fuck, man. You and the floor. Damn, bro.
Those are the worst, bro.
Yeah, they are.
Do you wipe or not?
Never.
Or you just go back into the
Bidets.
shower?
It's like a bidet, bro. It's like a bidet.
No, I was just
Not
saying.
kidding.
No, yeah, you gotta wipe, but then you're already wet and the fucking toilet paper.
Yeah,
gets all
that-
fucking,
that-
And then you
still have to
finger your
wipe.
asshole. and
It's a mess, dude.
What's you come back and you,
Bro, we're talking
I know.
way too
Why
much
is there
about
so much butt play going on right now? Fuck.
because it's Pride Month.
Oh, that's why. That's exactly it, dude.
All right, shout out.
Shout out to my homo friends, dude. I love you guys.
Shout out to all
I
the,
love you guys.
Shout out to the
Shout out
gays,
to the
bro.
gays
Yeah,
I
shout out to
guess
the
this is the best time to
and the
do it.
lesbians and the
I'm-
whatever you are.
I don't know why I wanted to hit
There's
that
too
one.
many
dude.
letters to remember now.
how Dave Chappelle says the alphabet people.
Yeah, the alphabet
Shout out
people.
to the alphabets.
Shout out to Alphabet.
Shout out to Dave Chappelle.
Shout out to Dave Chappelle for real. So, Steve, I know you want to talk to us about
Ask me anything, man. I'm an
your
open
work.
book tonight, man.
Talk
It's
to us
Friday
about
night.
your work.
Yeah.
Talk to us about the line of work that you're in, because last time you touched on it, but you didn't really talk about
Yeah,
it.
give us a refresher.
Yeah.
and then
So
go
I
to-
mean, I feel
Yeah,
like
good.
the last time, DJ Cooch was holding the reins, and that's cool and all, but working at a funeral home. I've been there for about 10 years.
Okay.
Now I'm doing that. I subcontract with my funeral home whenever they need me. But now I'm doing more of my family's business, which is plumbing. But I do a lot. I still have my hands in the funeral business. I've been working at the funeral home since January of 2013.
Okay. Let me ask you a quick question before I don't want to interrupt you.
No,
but
go ahead, man.
What is your official title at the funeral home?
No, I'm just an assistant, mortician's assistant, runner. I do a little bit of everything.
Okay. Because that's I was telling I don't know if it was Milo or my girl beforehand. I was like, I don't know what his official title is, but I just wanted to ask.
Yeah, I feel like when you work there, you have to do everything.
Okay.
Because there's just not enough people to want to do that job. So you're gonna be hands on whether you like it or not.
So you got to know the taxidermy too, or what?
No, that's the mortician embalmer's job,
Okay.
which I do help out with also, which is pretty gnarly.
Okay.
So
I can imagine. I don't know, man. Like I tried at the beginning, it was very like, oh shit, but after a while, you used to get used to it.
yeah, no, of course,
Yeah. Give us that journey about the beginning.
And what would you like to share?
Yeah.
Oh no, man.
What
I had graduated high school, and I got right out of high school. I was going into the fire academy. I was going to EPCC to be a firefighter. Shout out to all the firefighters who didn't quit and made it.
Oh yeah.
I was doing that, and you know what? My heart wasn't really in it. I felt like I was just doing it just to do it, and I wasn't having any fun. And I dropped out of school, and I woke up one day and there was $10 in my wallet. And of course, when you quit school and you quit everything, nobody wants to help you. And my mom and dad were like, "Hey, you got to find something to do or else you're out of here." Okay. So my secondary plan was to look to be into the funeral business, but I didn't know where to start. Luckily for me, my dad's plumbing business does business with the funeral home that I work with now and that I have been working with. And I went in there. It was the middle of a service. I went up to my dad. I said, "Hey, I'm looking for this job at the funeral home." And he said, "Hey, go talk to these guys. They'll help you out." So I go in there, and it's the middle of it's January, so it's still cold outside. I went into this funeral home with a hoodie and some jeans on and some Air Force Ones in the middle of a funeral of a service.
Damn.
I walked in there, and the lady that luckily she was there, she was nice enough to give me an application. And I hounded these guys all week to hire me because I needed this job really bad. When you have $10 in your pocket, it wakes you up a little bit.
Yeah, it's
you know?
rough, man.
And I said, I hounded him all week to hire me, and God bless Ted. He's not with us anymore. He passed away about 3 years ago. He called me and he said, "Hey, Steve, the owners want to talk to you. Come on in." So I go down, I do the interview, and sure enough, the next day I'm working a service, and I've been there ever since. And it's just been a whirlwind of stories and unbelievable things that I've seen. There's a lot of things that I can't believe that I've seen that that people wouldn't believe. But you just have to be there to see it.
Give us an example.
Hold on, before we move further, because I'm gonna forget. Why was the funeral home like your secondary option, your next choice? Like, why that? Like, as a young kid, because I don't think the average person thinks that way. So, like, why? Besides the whole needing the job, I mean, like, why was that your plan?
Well, first of all, one, I've always been kind of weird, a little morbid.
Okay.
Even with my humor.
Rotten.com type shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Even before I got into comedy, I know we're gonna talk about that later. Even the comedy, my friends kind of like, dude, I could see you working there because your humor's always kind of been a little different, a little dark. But I don't know. I don't know why. I think it was just something that
just spoke to you.
That just spoke to me, and YouTube also. I was looking up odd jobs on YouTube.
What's the weirdest job I could do?
And yeah, funeral. There's a documentary of a guy that I think he's on YouTube. He's a mortician or a funeral home worker, and I think in Australia or New Zealand, one of those. And he does like a whole like beginning to end of his day job. And I was like, you know what? I think I could do that.
Nice.
And yeah, and that was my secondary job. The firefighting thing was first, and then funeral home came second.
Okay. Can you tell us about your first day working at service?
Yeah.
Start to finish?
So I get the job that Friday, and again, I had no money, but I went home after the interview, and I told my mom, I was like, "Hey, Mom, I got this job at a funeral home," and she was happy for me. And I said, "Hey, I need a suit. Can we go somewhere to get a quick suit real quick? Because I don't have one." And so this is Friday night. I'm working the next day at 12 o'clock. And she drives me to Men's Warehouse on Hawkins and Viscount. And she gets me a nice suit. And the next day I show up. And I guess they wanted me to work part-time at the beginning. So the funeral was already started. I just show up to like clean up and, do the cleaning and whatnot. And I walk into the funeral home. This is my first day on the job. I have no clue what the fuck I'm doing. I walk in and there's people just screaming in the chapel. Just screaming because they're so sad that their loved one had died. And it wakes you up. Yeah. Welcome to the show. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you feel it like in your heart when you hear that wail. That it's just a weird type of thing, and it's just like, I don't know if I could do this, but I ended up doing it. And my first day was rather easy. All I did was just kind of stand there and point to the restroom. But that was my first day.
Tissues and shit.
Hand out where do I sit? The chapel's here, whatever, things like that. Was my first day, and it was very eye-opening. Yeah, it was only a 3-hour service, but I tell you, it felt like 6 hours.
Really? I can imagine, man.
Because I was just so nervous. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what was going to happen. But what tripped me out was after the service, my coworker, Ted, he goes, "Hey, it's over now. Let's clean up." We're cleaning up. And then I hadn't got a full tour of the funeral home yet. I had only been in the front and in the chapel. So we go into the chapel after everything's done, and he closes the casket, and we pick it up, we put it on the beer. It's called a beer that guides you into it's the little crate that they put you
on wheels.
On wheels, right?
Roll, yeah.
How do you spell it?
I don't know how to spell it. That's what it's called.
I was curious.
And I'm learning this building as I'm guiding this dead dude's casket in the funeral home. I don't know the map of this building. And the next thing I know, we go into the prep room, the embalming room, and it's a huge room with tables and caskets everywhere. And he goes, all right, man, we're here. Can you open the refrigerator? And I look over, and it's like a huge refrigerator. And I open it, and there's just people like in there. And I was like, holy shit. And I thought we were going to wheel this guy in.
You had to pick him up?
No. I thought we were going to, well, we did, but I didn't think I had to go in there.
Oh.
So did
you take your suit off?
No. I mean, it's just so quick. It happened so fast, you know. And I wheel this guy in there, and I'm surrounded by like fucking dead people.
How many would you say? How many dead bodies?
Maybe like at least 12 to 20 people.
Wow. Oh, shit. Did it smell weird in there?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it does, you know. Like it's not bad. It doesn't smell bad, but, you know.
There's a weird scent in the area.
Like formaldehyde?
Formaldehyde? I was about to say.
No. Well, it's like those are the people that are still waiting to get involved.
Yeah,
and stuff.
shit.
Oh, so they're fresh. They're just.
Yeah.
Freshly deceased?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
When you said when you didn't realize you're gonna go in, I pictured like at Domino's when we just like kind of throw something in the walk in and we walk out. Like that's what I kind of pictured. Like you were thinking, but then you had to go. I'm assuming put him in the slot, like whatever his space was. Wow, man, that's for your first day. That's pretty intense.
Wait,
How old were you?
I was 19.
So you pick up
31 now.
You pick up the person like.
Yeah,
body?
so we uncasketed him because they were renting the casket, and then we put him on a stretcher gurney
So
kind of thing.
for sure, that's a 2-man job.
Yeah, no, 100 because the guy wasn't little either. He was a big guy.
Yeah.
Sometimes
So,
maybe a 3-man job. I don't know.
And
Wow.
yeah, no, we did it, and it was that was my first day.
You didn't take him to the bar and do like a weekend at Bernie's type thing.
Right? No shit.
No respect. No,
Fuck,
no
I'm sorry, bro.
No disrespect.
I had
No
to
disrespect.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good.
You know, that's the
No
one.
disrespect, but I had to fucking lighten the mood.
Nah, it's all
You know,
good.
but
It's
you
all
know,
good.
it's funny you
Good.
say that because all the comics that
I'm stupid.
all the
I'm sorry.
comedians that I've come across that find out that I work there or do that, they're like, dude, you have to talk about that in your comedy.
Yeah, man.
You have to talk. You got to
Yeah,
make
why
jokes
not?
about. And I feel like you kind of do. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like cops, firefighters, and funeral home workers and people who work in emergency rooms kind of have to have that sense of humor to deal with that type of shit.
I mean, you guys deal with heavy topics, man. You guys got to let it off your chest too. It's not okay to hold all that shit in because I'm sure you've seen some shit like some.
Not only that, but I feel like in our American culture, it's very taboo to not talk about death. Like it's very it's like don't talk about death is bad. But like if you go to other cultures, especially like in Mexican culture and like these Asian cultures where they dig up people and do all the the rituals,
what
like they're
culture
cool.
was that? Where like
They smoke with them and chill with them.
every year. Like they
take
unbury
'em out,
their
yeah.
fucking
They exhume
their
'em, right?
ants, yeah.
Exhume them, yeah.
And then they're like
partying with them.
they clothe them and
The
they have
weekend
So
about-
like that's what I'm saying. Like the U.S. culture is very like taboo. Like it's don't talk about death. Oh, it's bad. But
Yeah.
in other cultures, it's normal. It's like whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and I feel like I catch that in my comedy too. Like when I mean, you guys have seen me when the few jokes that I did about working at a funeral home. Even just recently, I did a show at the Davenport about a month ago. I started talking about it, and people kind of like just tense up about it.
Yeah.
It's weird, right?
Well,
Yeah.
it's because you don't know if that person recently lost someone. Maybe
Well, that
in the
too.
crowd.
I mean, yeah,
but I mean, it's part of life.
Yeah, it's part of life, yeah.
You know, my thing is they're not here to hear this shit. Just
Exactly.
fucking say
True.
Just say it. It's never too early. That's always tell them it's never too soon. As soon as I die, you guys make fun of fucking jokes. If I tell them,
Yo,
I'll
you
tell
guys already make fun of me fucking before I'm dead. No, so with the show with DJ Cooch and Paul Antonio, I remember Paul Antonio got a little bit dark, and the crowd wasn't really too receptive to it. You know what I mean?
that's right.
Oh, you remember it?
Slight, a little bit.
But
Sorry,
you were
guys.
hating me the whole time.
I was cracking up. But yeah, man, I guess it's part of like I guess reading the room too. But also, I mean, it's a craft. It's part of your craft, right? Like you know when to buzz out the darker jokes.
Right. Yeah, no, of course. And I do it. Look, listen, the thing about my jokes when I talk about the funeral home, all that shit's victimless. You know, like they don't, I mean, they're inspired by true stories, some of them, but I don't mean anything by it.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's what comes back to the whole taboo thing. You know what I mean? People kind of like, oh shit, you know?
Yeah, they do. People are fucking weenies and shit. Hey, I want to give a quick shout out to my boy Steve for bringing these Flensburger Pilsners.
Yeah.
From Germany, right?
Yeah, they're from Germany. I got them
There's
at Total Wine.
He went to Germany, guys, right? He went specifically to
He
Germany.
went to
for this.
Germany.
He brought us back a sixer, and it's
Specifically for
delicious.
this.
Yeah, it was delicious. I like the bottle too.
Flensburger.
I like the way it popped off when you open it.
Smash the link.
It reminds me of one of them Mexican sodas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Really good. Really good.
Dude, so
I tried it.
after you had that first experience, how soon after that did you have to like go back and do, I guess, like another service? How soon? How often are they? Is it like daily?
Yeah, daily or usually my owners that own the funeral home also have a cemetery out in Sunland Park.
Oh, no way.
And when everything's dead at work, no pun intended.
Business is
Business is dead. I'll.
That's funny to me.
You should.
But you see
your girl. You're like,
you see how the jokes just write themselves.
Yes, bro.
See?
Yes, I see that.
They do.
She's like, "How's work, babe?"
Dead.
It's dead.
Fucking
It's pretty fucking dead.
Fucking
You
dead.
know,
Everybody's walking around like a zombie and shit.
yeah. They also have a funeral. I mean, they have a cemetery, and so I go help out at the cemetery too. Like I would go take bodies to go get cremated at the crematorium that they have there, and yeah, man, it's pretty cool.
So when they, sorry, go. For
I
it.
have a quick question about the crematory.
I gotta.
How often do you guys burn the wrong body?
Never. We triple check that shit.
Dude, I'm curious because I mean,
Yeah, it can happen,
is
bro,
the
you
last-
can go in there hungover as fuck and be like,
I've never thought of that. What the fuck, bro?
"We burned the wrong body. What do we do?"
Yeah.
You ever heard those weird stories where people get the wrong body sent to them?
No,
wrong
never.
ashes and shit.
Never.
Ah, dude, it's wild.
I mean, somebody used to get the wrong pizza, but I mean, that's fucking pizza, bro.
That's pizza.
I mean,
You don't triple check for that, huh?
So when they do the cremations, you're completely naked, right? They don't burn you with like your clothes or anything.
Yeah, you can be burned with clothes.
Oh, you can be.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, all that
So
stuff.
then the Final Destination
disintegrates.
lied to me where they took that guy's nipple ring off. Remember on the part 2? You guys remember that part?
The only thing that you
No?
the only thing that you cannot be cremated with is your pacemaker,
I see.
Why?
because it'll explode in the chamber and it'll fuck everything up.
So you have to remove it.
Hmm.
That's the only thing that you can be burned with.
You cannot be burned with. Yeah.
So like if I have like a knee replacement, that shit gets burned too.
No, you're fine. It won't burn. It'll be there
It'll just stay
with
there.
your skeleton,
Wow, dude, that's
and we just throw it out. We
Yeah,
throw
I
it
was
out.
gonna ask because like I mean we have this conception right that the corpses get like just completely obliterated and everything turns to ash, but that's not true, right? There's like stuff left over.
Yeah, like if you have like I said, like if somebody has like a knee replacement or a hip replacement, like and it's metal, it doesn't
There's like teeth, bro.
Disintegrate.
I remember.
Is it-
Yeah,
I
is it,
remember
like, stuff
teeth.
like that?
teeth. But the thing is when after you're done getting cremated, you're basically just skeleton. All your flesh is gone. Your organs are
So your bones
disintegrated.
don't burn?
No, like your bones are there, and the chamber
Gives them to his
worker-
dog and shit.
Well,
Just kidding.
yeah.
That's the darkest thing you've ever said, right? He's the biggest pussy.
I had to. I'm sorry. I had to.
Giant pussy.
I'm sorry.
That was
I'm sorry.
dark as fuck. I love
Okay,
it. I love
my-
it. Keep it
okay.
coming. Keep it coming.
Glad I didn't say it. Fuck.
I just had to.
It's like I hate to say it, but like it's like a rake.
Okay.
A rake, and he puts it inside the chamber and kind of rakes your remains out.
Ooh.
And you go into all your bones that are huge, like let's say your femur, your fucking ribs, or whatever, doesn't burn quickly. We get like a hammer and we
Break him.
break them down, and then once he's done with that, he puts you like in this blender thing. Like
Oh wow. Okay.
Like a food processor?
kinda. It's like a grinder. I would call it a grinder. It's like a kind of like a
Yeah, like a food
bucket,
processor.
and
Like a weed grinder.
he opens it. So like a blender. Think of it like a blender.
Okay.
And he puts all your bones in it, and he turns it on, and
Pulverizes it.
that's what turns you into dust.
Oh.
No
that?
way.
And then we put you in a bag. We tag.
okay.
We ID your
Alexa,
tag.
cue fucking Kansas.
Mind blown, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
Alexa, cue Kansas. Dust in the wind.
You're my boy, Blue.
Only for a moment in the moment.
I could just picture the dude jamming this motherfucking.
Oh, yeah.
So my initial thought process was that everything it burns so hot.
I thought so
what turns
too.
into
That's what I
ashes.
thought
Well,
too,
it's
bro.
not. It doesn't. It takes a while. It takes like 2 to 3 hours to like.
Shut
burn
up.
some-
And that's on high, right?
So like
Your
your
burner's on high, dog.
Your flesh that just gets like obliterated, turns into smoke, or it's part of the ash too.
No,
Or
it
only your
disintegrates.
bones.
Well, here's the crazy part. I don't want to get too graphic. Is
No, get
Hey, graphic, dog.
No, get it.
okay, cool. So during the middle of the cremation process, the guy has to break down your body as you're burning.
No way.
So he'll open up the chamber, and I've seen bodies that are like boiling, like the skin.
Wow.
Can I go see that?
If you can, I can try to pull some strings for
You
you.
don't want
wanna
to
see
see that?
that?
Get you in
I
trouble. We don't want to get you in trouble.
I would
You
wanna
would
see
you would
that.
want to see that.
I would.
And
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah, I mean,
Get me fucked up and then I'll do it.
and your body's boiling. This, by the way, this is just human nature. This is just the process, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he kind of like hits your body with like this thing, and you kind of break down into pieces, and then
You
the
break it down and
process
shit.
goes on and on.
Hey.
It's crazy. I know. I
I'm
know.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Which I was gonna be like, I'm saying when you're barbecuing and shit. It's, like, it's kind of
Flipping the burgers and shit.
Well, the
You're
burgers.
all
shit, when
singing the hip bone's connected to the.
Fuck, bro. You guys are going to hell. God damn it.
Don't bring a comedian over here.
Well, like I said, none of those people are here to hear it, so they're fine.
Like, it's-
sorry.
Yeah,
They're in a better
it
place.
happens. So I have another question about
What's up, man?
cremation. So the average person, let's just say, how big are the remains as far as when it is it like how big, like a Ziploc bag, like how big is it? That the remains of ashes.
Yeah, like
I'm curious because
no, it's
Take
like
it,
about
2
a
fingers?
5-pound bag.
2 fingers.
like a 5-pound bag, like a
Whatever
freezer
fits-
bag.
Whatever fits in the urn.
Yeah, and yeah, it's just like a plastic.
No, they do put it in a plastic bag and
Yeah,
they box
yeah,
it.
yeah.
And then you have to purchase your urn. Because
Yeah.
my aunt got cremated and I remember like
Well-
I was curious and I fucking opened it and I'm like that.
We never
and I
opened
remember
it,
seeing
yeah.
like teeth and like bone, like
No way.
fragments of bone.
Just
Shards.
just cover your ears. So yeah, nobody wanted to open my mom's urn, and I went and I opened it. I saw the bag and I saw everything in there.
Oh wow,
That's all right. That's all
I
right.
had no idea,
Yeah.
dude. Because last year when my I know this isn't the same, but when my dog passed away, I had him cremated, and I mean his bag was little, obviously.
Right.
But I was just curious because my grandpa, RIP, he passed away. He got cremated years ago, but I've never opened it. I've never seen it. I don't know who has the thing. but
It's
I was
probably
just
the same.
curious.
It's
That's
just the same as your
crazy,
dog.
man.
Yeah. It's
Gray,
That's
dark. It's like a
crazy.
dark gray color,
yeah.
smoky gray.
Dude, and my aunt, she wanted us to she requested to like toss some of her ashes on Trans Mountain where the poppies.
Oh yeah, very nice.
Oh,
beautiful.
dope.
So we did that, and then we threw some. I know you're not supposed to do
That's
this
beautiful,
and shit,
man.
but at the cemetery, she wanted to throw some of her ashes on the grave where her parents
Oh,
were.
that's sweet.
So we did that, but man, I vividly remember when we went to Trans Mountain. It's kind of windy.
Oh, bitch, don't tell me.
Yeah, dude.
Hit you right in the fucking face.
Like in
dude.
Due Date? Have you seen Due Date?
No, I was gonna say Big Lebowski and Big Lebowski. And shit.
But yeah, sorry. Oh.
I was watching Due Date recently when he hasn't been the Folgers can and he fucking doesn't.
That's literally what happens in Big Lebowski, bro. Literally.
Yeah.
Fucking what just let you guys know for the record, when I die, just throw me in the dumpster behind Chico's on Dyer, bro. That's where I want to go. Bro.
Half your body, Chicos, half Domino's.
People walk by. Ay, huele bien rico.
Ay, no te pitas aquí.
Está bien fresco la carne aquí.
I'm serious. Just leave me there. Fucking donate me to
Dude,
science.
so
Donate me to science.
my biggest thing that I wanted to do is when I pass away, I told everybody I want to be cremated and I wanted to be turned into either diamonds or into a like you can, the stupid little diamond.
Diamonds are forever.
No, just as a diamond.
Dude, with my luck, my family's gonna turn me into a fucking rhinestone, dude.
Hell yeah. Either that or I wanted to be put into a firecracker because they do that. They offer that service where you get blown up.
and then you blow up some little kid's fucking finger too. Fucking.
That'd be badass. But no, there's a new thing because they were saying that shit's all bad for the environment apparently. So there's this new thing where they throw you back into a garden and you turn into a garden, bro.
Bitch, that means you're alive forever. Fuck.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen that. Where you
Right?
Yeah, those eco-friendly.
When I die, you guys,
Yeah, it's eco-friendly.
you have my permission to take me out to Cincinnati and fucking party with me like
We can
at Bernie's and
we
shit.
can have Drew's.
We can have Drews. We can have Daddy Drews and shit.
Damn, that's fucking cool, dude.
Let me get a beer. I'm gonna get a beer.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, go for it,
it's
go for it.
pretty
Yeah,
interesting. I
I'm sorry. We went.
What
One
trips me out is when you get people you know.
How does that make you feel?
It's cool and it's also very sad at the same time. I'm very flattered. I've had multiple friends or family friends be like, "Hey, my grandmother's gonna pass away. We're expecting her to die. Can you come pick her up when she dies?" And
No way.
yeah,
And you can do that,
Like
like
they
you can
ask you-
request it, kind of.
Personally, like, hey, we want you to take care of my grandma.
yeah. Well, in fact,
Family member.
I'll do you one deeper. When my grandmother passed away, I picked her up.
Oh, how was that, bro? Can you talk
That's
about that? Do you want to talk about that?
No,
sad.
of course. You know, it was.
Well, it could be,
But
it could be sad because it depends on the relationship. You never know, dude. You never.
You know what?
And that's why I'm asking.
I had no problem doing it. I wanted to do it. In fact, about a week before she had passed away, I was at my funeral home with my funeral director Rennie and my mom and my uncle, and he goes, "Well, you know, when she passes, we're gonna do the first call, and you know, we gotta call it in, and the funeral we're gonna come pick her up." And then he stops and he looks at me, "Unless Steve, do you want to do it? Do you want to pick up your grandmother?" And I said, "Yeah, of course I would." You know, I mean, why wouldn't I? You know, and yeah, I remember when she passed away. I remember being in that van with her, driving her and dropping her off, and yeah, no, and then so there was that, and then I've gotten friends. I have to pick up a few friends every now and then, which is very sad.
Oh, for sure, dude.
But yeah, no, it just trips you out when people trust you with their loved ones' remains. You know, that's a weird thing, but I take pride and honor in it.
Oh yeah, dude.
For sure.
It was a very not humbling, very.
No, it is very humbling. Yeah.
A comforting experience, but especially when we went through it, and all the staff was very professional.
Yeah.
They're very understanding. Like there was a very very good experience. I don't want to say good experience, but it made me feel better. You know what I mean? Just when people are
they made the
professional.
process like,
that much easier.
Right.
Hey, so when I die, I want you to pick me up, dude. Right?
Of course, dude. I got you, dude. I'll do whatever you want me to.
He's gonna
Hey,
live
just
to be like
don't make fun of my
105.
little dick, though, right? Or my bush.
Me and Milo want to be there when his body's boiling.
I'm gonna be there like hey,
Yeah.
he's dead.
Look at his bush.
Look at that little dick.
Dude, boiling. Looks like me in a sausage.
Fuck, what's wrong with us? A lot, bro. I bet you anything, bro. Like the majority of people probably stopped listening to this shit. But those of you that are still here,
No, dude. Oh, fuck. I was gonna ask you something else.
I do have a question.
Dude, ask me when.
You wanted to talk about something that most people wouldn't believe.
Oh, yes.
As far as are you talking about paranormal, or are you talking about just something just so mind blowing that?
Oh yeah.
yeah, get
What
into
you're saying
that,
about
bro.
you were talking about that earlier.
Yeah,
oh,
because
like
you're
the
like,
fucking ghost stories and shit like that.
It's because you had mentioned.
Funeral home?
Yeah, you had mentioned something about before I asked you a different
Yeah,
question.
dude. So I was doing your questionnaire, and I said, "Dude, I've been wanting to unload these stories."
Let's
for
do
a
it.
while."
All right, come on, baby. Bring your chairs up, baby. Let's do it. Light the campfire. Let's do
Hey,
it.
remember,
All right.
he can also be
volume.
on haunting.
Yeah. Also,
Haunting by.
Yeah, haunted
So
by.
these,
Yeah, I want you to be on
so
there.
these things, these are just my experiences that I've had. By the way, before I tell these stories, I've never seen a ghost.
Okay.
I've never witnessed an apparition or seen some shit. But what I can say is that
Time out. Did you believe in anything before working at the funeral home?
you know what's crazy is I'm a big fan. I'm still a big fan of ghost adventures. I love like paranormal shows, and I like to be scared. I love scary movies. I love listening to reruns of Coast to Coast of people
Dude,
telling me
my N-word. My N-word. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
telling
Say
their say it now. Say it.
Let it-
Say it with your chest.
Do it. Say it with your chest, little ass.
Oh fuck! I thought you were.
No.
But I didn't really believe in that stuff until I started working there.
Okay.
So like my first paranormal experience, I was working at the Eastside Funeral Home, and there's a garage in the back where you go in through, and I had just done a first call. I went to go pick up somebody who passed away, And it takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours to do that. So you go in your van, you pick up the deceased, and then you drive them all the way downtown to the funeral home and log them into the refrigerator and put them in whatever. And then you got to drive all the way back to the east side, get back in your car, and then go home.
Okay.
So that takes like about 2-3 hours, like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay.
So I did this call like around 4 o'clock in the evening and or in the afternoon. And the funeral home closes at 5. So everybody's still there. But when I got back to the funeral home, everybody was gone. And it was just my car in the parking lot. And I drive into the back of the funeral home. And, bro, and by the way, I'm 19 years old at the time. Yeah. And I go into this garage and all the lights are off in the building. Every single light is off in the funeral home.
They didn't leave a nightlight on for you?
They didn't. No, fuck no, dude.
What time of year was this? Was it already winter?
No, this was in the spring. This was in, this was like spring, maybe summertime.
Okay.
And all the lights are off. And I'm like, man, I turned into, dude, I tell you what, you haven't been scared. So you're in a funeral home by yourself with all the lights off. Okay.
Fuck, man.
And by the way, this building is not small. It's a big building. Okay.
So the first light switch is like fucking 100 yards away.
Mm-hmm. So I get out of the car. I have the keys and I open the door into the building and it's pitch black. And, dude, I started power walking, bro.
You should have opened the garage door and then got in your car and like
turn the lights
on.
Yeah,
bright,
but see, I was 19.
19,
fucking,
exactly.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So,
well, I guess I'll go in there.
I'm gonna go in there face my demons, fellas.
with my flashlight over here.
I got this. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I did. I turned on my fucking phone, and man, I was like, all right, it's the sun's still out, so but there's no windows in between the buildings, so it's pitch black, man. And there's this, and I walk through the garage, I walk through the prep room, I walk through the storage room and into the hallway, and it's pitch black, man. It is so dark, and there's this long hallway in between the funeral home, and that only the employees can access. And I'm walking down the hallway, and I'm walking with my phone like this with the light on, and then all of a sudden behind me, I see a light turn on. And so I turn around and I look, and the light is on in the storage room. I know which room it's on. The light is on. And here's me thinking, man, I'm like scared out of my mind. Maybe I turned on the light and didn't even realize it. So I start walking back up the dark hallway to the storage room. And as I'm walking up to the storage room, the light turns off.
Bro. You did the classic white people move. Fucking went and go investigate and shit.
I wonder what that could be.
And I was like, dude, I'm fucking out of here, man. And I turned around and I grabbed my key. I dropped off my keys, my van keys, my van keys. I grabbed my keys and I fucking got out of there. And I didn't tell anybody what had happened. And literally like the next day or a couple of days later, there's these old ladies that work at the funeral home. They sell like pre-need funerals. So like if you want to prepay for your funeral, you go through them. They're like agents and stuff. You know, you give them money every month to pay for your funeral.
Payment plans, installment plans for your.
And I'm there eating lunch, and the ladies are there, and they go, "Hey, how do you like work?" Because I was fairly new. They're like, "Hey, how do you like working here?" And I was like, "Oh, it's fun. It's fun. I love it. It's cool. Everyone's nice.
Everyone's so lively around here."
And she goes, "So, have you seen anything weird?" Ooh. And I go, and I was playing stupid. I was like, "No." She was like, "Oh, you haven't seen like any lights turn on and off, or you haven't heard like footsteps walking, which has happened in the middle of the day."
Fuck that, dude.
Yeah, no, it's super weird. Yeah, man. I remember this one time. I was in the prep room with the makeup artist. She was doing makeup, and I was there talking to her. And the prep room, and then there's a small hallway, and then it's the door to the garage. And my funeral director had a habit of going out to smoke cigarettes in the back of the garage. And one time I was there helping my coworker with this person, and it's the middle of the day. It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're talking, and then all of a sudden outside, the doors are closed, by the way, to the prep room, but we hear footsteps like on the other side of this outside, and we're like, who is that? Like, who could that be? And then I look out, I open the door, and I'm like, all right, there's no one there. And then I open the door to the garage to see usually when my funeral director was out smoking cigarettes, he would open up the garage, and I opened the garage, and there's no one there. And I'm like, I don't know. I think there was just somebody just pranking us.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I mean, you're around so much death. I mean, it's inevitable. Something can stick around, right?
Yeah. And there was this, I'm sorry, guys, I don't want to go too on, but
do your thing, dude.
Yeah.
there was this one time I got this call, and by the way, these are all unexplained things. I haven't seen a ghost or anything. It's just things I cannot explain.
Okay.
There was this one time I picked up this guy. He passed away in the middle of the night. It was a normal first call, and I did it by myself. And usually, to relieve the tension or the adrenaline that I had going in there at 2-3 o'clock at night by myself at the funeral home, with all these people around, I would turn on ESPN radio, and I would turn it up as loud as I could, and I'd have my radio on. And there was this one time I picked up this guy, and he was a heavier guy, and I had the hardest time picking him up, transferring him to a cot, because I had him on my cot, my stretcher where I wheeled him in, onto like a table slab, or like a portable table slab where you can put a body and you could wheel him in and out. Okay. This guy was so heavy that I couldn't do it. And here I am at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's just me in the building. And I'm there struggling with this guy because I couldn't pick him up, and I was getting frustrated. And I couldn't leave him in my cot. I couldn't put him in the refrigerator, because what if I get another call later on that night and I don't have a cot to work with? I need to go pick somebody else up. Mm-hmm. So I'm there getting frustrated. I'm getting mad. I'm on the verge of tears because I'm tired. I want to go home. And then all of a sudden, I'm struggling with this guy. And then in the back of the embalming room, I hear somebody laughing at me.
Oh, wait.
Fuck that, dude.
What did you do?
I swear to God, man.
What the fuck?
I hear like a faint laugh.
What the fuck?
A faint laugh, and I'm like, and I'm thinking it's one of my other funeral home co-workers that are also on call. And I turn around and I look, and there's no one there, but the back door to the select room where all the caskets are is open, and it's just pitch black.
Oh, dude. Oh, dude.
Dude, I tell you what, dude, the adrenaline in my body went so quick, dude. I picked up that guy like no fucking problem. I put him on as respectfully as I could, and I wheeled him in, and I got out of there.
Fuck, dude. Maybe that's what it was. It was trying to motivate you and shit.
Maybe.
Oh, man. Even in death, you get made fun of, man. I fucking swear to God.
Dude, that's crazy, man.
Bro, the fact that the first fucking thing that happened to you with the lights turning on while you were walking down the hallway, I'm surprised you fucking went back, Doug.
Well, I had to.
You know what?
I had to. And here's the crazy thing.
Well,
I was the first person to open up the funeral.
No, I'm surprised you went back to work there. That's what I mean.
Continue the job.
Well, yeah, when
continue
you're broke
working
and
there.
have no money, you're at the mercy of yourself. You know what I mean?
These two, son bien collones estos dos, güey. Son bien collones estos dos.
Fuck that, dude.
They're big pussies, both of these.
I wouldn't be able to do your line of work. I'll be honest. There's no way. There's no way, dude.
But my favorite. This is my favorite story
Yes,
that I love to tell.
These does.
So I was working downtown at the funeral home downtown, and it's an old neighborhood. Okay, it's in the Segundo Barrio.
Okay.
Oh, I know, right?
Very old neighborhood. You're in the hood. All types of people go into that building in and out. Okay. This is at 2:00 in the afternoon. The sun is out. It's a beautiful day. Excuse me. And I'm the only person in the funeral home. Okay. So my director, my coworker, my manager, they're all out doing services at the same time. So they leave me behind at the funeral home to answer the phones and take messages and talk to people who come in and out. Well, I'm there and I'm there doing paperwork, stapling papers, putting paperwork together. And we have a camera that faces the door just like this. So you open the door, and when you open the door, doorbell goes off. Okay, so, and you see who's coming in. So I'm doing paperwork, and the doorbell goes off, and a man walks in. A man walks in, and I go up to the front, and the man is there. And I go, hey, how's it going? Well, how can I help you? And he goes, yeah, I'm just here to talk to Ted. Is Ted here? And I go, you know what? He's out on the service. He'll be back like in about maybe 20, 30 minutes. If you could just take a seat here, or I can call you when he comes back. And he goes, no, you know what? I'll just sit right here and wait for him. I'm all right, cool, whatever. So I'm there. So I sit him down and right in front of the door. He's sitting down right in front of the door. And I go back, start doing my work. And then maybe like about 15 minutes later, I'm doing my work. The doorbell goes off again. This time, I look up at the monitor, and there's a lady with long black hair and a white dress. She walks into the funeral home, passes the man that was sitting cross-legged like this. He's sitting cross-legged, passes right in front of him, and goes into the chapel. And I'm thinking like, fuck, we got another derelict in the building, you know? Like,
oh, another what?
Like a fucking homeless person.
Yeah, just a straggler.
Yeah.
Okay.
And but what was weird is she looked like she knew where she was going.
Okay.
Like she walked into the building, went into the chapel, and I'm like, that's really weird. So I get up, I go into the chapel, and there's no one there. So I'm like, okay, that's really weird. So I wait and I look at the camera down the hallway where the men's and women's restrooms are. And I'm looking and I'm waiting to see somebody come out of the women's restroom. Nobody comes out. So I'm like, all right, where the hell could this lady have gone? Because I saw her walk into the building. The doorbell and everything went off. And then I got kind of concerned. I was like, we don't want somebody. And I go into the casket room, the selection room. I'm looking around. No one's in there. So then I go up to the front, and the guy's sitting there, and he goes, hey, is Ted back? And I go, no, he's not. I'm sorry, but can you tell me where that lady went? The lady. And she goes,
excuse me.
And she goes, the guy goes, what lady? And I go, yeah, there was a lady on the camera that walked right in front of me. She walked into the chapel. Where did she go? And then he says, dude, I've been sitting here for 30 minutes. Nobody has walked through the front door.
God, shut the fuck
up. I felt so dumb looking at him. I was like, I don't know how to follow that.
How did you follow that?
I didn't. I just like, okay.
Are you fucking with me, man?
I walked away.
They were in on it together.
Yeah.
What?
So and it's a camera, right? Was there a recording of it?
Oh, true.
Yeah.
You know what?
could you go back
That
and
camera
look at it?
wasn't recording, but I remember vividly that doorbell going off and seeing her.
That'd be crazy.
100%.
That's crazy.
And the crazy thing is I told my funeral director, the manager, I said, hey, this happened to me. And she goes, oh, yeah, that happens sometimes.
Fuck, dude.
What the hell?
I was like,
used to
what
it,
the
dude.
fuck? You mean people fucking phantoms just walked in and out? She goes, yeah. You just go in there and check. If they're not there, they're they're traveling in and out for some whatever reason. They don't bother us and we don't bother them.
Wow, dude.
Fuck, dude. That's wild, dude.
That's insane how nonchalant she is.
You didn't see like a face like through the camera. You just saw like
the
a
camera
woman
wasn't
with
good quality. It wasn't. It was a terrible quality. Like this was. It wasn't a good quality camera. And
I'm just picturing like a fucking girl, like with like the
ring girl, yeah.
Fucking long hair.
But I remember seeing that vividly, and I was just like, "What the hell is that?"
La Llorona.
That's crazy, dude. That's tripped out, and especially that neighborhood, dude.
Segundo.
That's a tripped out neighborhood, like because there's so much
activity
in history. I have a really really quick story if you guys want to hear about it.
Yeah.
So in community, in community, there's a melting pot of people you interact with, right? There's like old people, young people, fucking fuck ups, fucking cholos, fucking everybody, right?
community schools.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking. So we had this older gentleman. We called him, me and this cholo would call.
Are you talking about EPCC?
EPCC,
Okay.
yeah.
PCC.
I thought you first of all, you were talking about the show.
Oh, my bad.
All right.
So we would call him old school. Me and this cholo would call him old school. He always had crazy stories.
Chevy Chase.
Yeah, basically, he was basically Chevy Chase, but he's a lot more spiritual. So one day it was speech class and we had to go up and tell stories, right? Or just tell the whole class stories. So his story is that he grew up in Segundo, and he remembers when he was a child that him and his brother were gonna go to the store to go buy drinks, papitas, and all that shit, right? So that one day it was already like getting dark. It was already in summertime. When the orange fucking lights come on, it's already getting creepy.
Yeah.
That him and his brother were walking back to the house. They had the bag from what they bought when they had like the glass Coke bottles.
Yeah.
He was walking on the inside and his brother's walking on the outside. And he said that he remembers looking up and seeing like a lady who was very like there was something off about her, right? Almost otherworldly. So that the brother's like, hold my hand. And he held his hand. As they were coming closer, that the lady attacked them. But he said that he vividly remembered that his brother holding the bag of the sodas and the chips and everything, that when he swung the bag to like hit her to like keep her away, that his arm went through her. Oh, shit. Because it went through her and the bag hit the wall and broke the glass bottles. And that's how he knew that he went through her. That the lady had some sort of claws. I'm getting goosebumps. So like the lady had like some sort of like claws or something. And when she struck at him, she went towards the little guy, him, and the brother got in the way and got scratched on the back. And then they took off running after they went straight home. And that he remembers like hearing howling because they were trying to heal his brother. And then he remembers the priest coming in. And the priest came in, he could hear howling. And that's it. He's like, that's all I really remember. I was like,
howling?
Howling like pain, like a different otherworldly pain. Because whatever that entity was, it was not from this earth. And it scratched him. He said he could see the scratch marks on his brother from when the thing went like that.
Damn.
That's wild. Yeah.
That's wild.
So when you said Segundo, I'm like, there's some shit lives down there, bro.
Yeah, no, that place has a mind of its own.
Well, dude, Segundo and downtown central area, that's actually old native burial grounds, like most of it. It was like a big encampment of, I think it was Apaches.
Oh, really?
Like back, yeah, like right before it got populated out here, the 1800s.
That's wild.
So it's like spiritual grounds, apparently. But
I mean, that would explain a lot because like it's
Segundo
a different
Central,
vibe down there, dude. Like Armijo area, dude. Like,
yeah,
it's a different vibe, bro. Like we had an event last year, like down there in the summertime, and when we were closing out, I remember walking back to my truck, dude. I felt so uneasy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't explain it, dude. It's just a weird vibe.
Remember I told you that I went to a few different elementary schools. Well, one of the elementary schools that I went to was Alamo, and it was located in Segundo Barrio, where there's a house and daycare, and then Alamo Elementary. And I remember I was there for like kinder and first grade, and I remember like just always having this uneasy, eerie feeling in that building. And before it was an elementary school, I think it was a hospital or something.
Damn.
It served as like a hospital. That building, that's how old it was, right? So I remember when you're kids, like especially in the Segundo,
all the stories you hear.
No, like we'd go to the restroom and the kids would be like, "Oh, Bloody Mary."
Yeah.
Do the Bloody Mary, or like flush the toilet 3 times and go turn on the water in the sink 3 times, or say
stupid shit.
Bloody Mary 3 times in front of the window. And I remember like, as
Candyman.
a kid, like when we were kids, like we'd go to the restroom and kids would want to do that shit, and just remember like everyone running the fuck out of the restroom,
And then you not even going in, like, hell no,
fuck shit, my pants out here, son.
fuck, man, crazy shit.
Yeah, man. Wow. But no, I never experienced like attending that school. I never saw anything.
Right.
I never saw anything, but I always had that eerie feeling. You know, you get this fucking uneasy feeling.
Yeah, that uneasy feeling, man. You can't really shake it. Like I'm guessing you feel that every so now and then, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, but those. I feel like those people aren't there to follow me or torment me. They're lost and they go wherever they go. You know.
Do you believe in aliens?
Well, I see them every day, but
UFOs, outer space.
You know what? I went to Roswell like back in November, and I was like, maybe these motherfuckers are real. I don't know.
Why do you say that?
Just because I don't know. I'm a big conspiracy guy. I like conspiracy theories.
Okay.
I'm not like a nut job who thinks 9/11 wasn't fake or shit like that. I'm just saying like I like going down rabbit holes of aliens and things that are unexplainable.
Advanced civilizations.
You're sitting to the right. You're sitting next to the right guy over here.
Yeah,
Anunnaki.
Yeah,
Anunnaki and all those people.
Have you heard of the Anunnaki?
yeah, those people that were here before us,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You believe in all that?
Maybe. I don't know. I gotta see. I don't know. I just feel like if there was more physical, visual evidence to support those things, then maybe
Concrete evidence. And you think people would let that concrete evidence out to the public?
probably not.
Probably not. Nah.
Well, here's the thing. I think there's more out there in the universe, and the people that are in charge of all that intelligence know that all that is out there. But if they release it to the public, we're gonna panic.
Of course.
That's why I feel like if aliens are real, if they are real, I understand why they don't come to Earth and interact with us. Because if they come down to Earth and start interacting, we're gonna fucking freak out and want to kill them. When all for we know is they want to be cool with us.
Yeah.
And they're just looking at us like, look at these dumb motherfuckers killing each other. You know what I mean?
Isn't there like 4 theories as to life out like beyond the universe? It's like 1, there's no life. We're the only ones. 2, they're not as advanced as us, or they're just as advanced as us, so they can't communicate with us. 3 is, I think what you're saying is like they want to make contact with us, but we're not advanced enough to not blow ourselves up or try to blow them up
or kill
blow
them. Yeah, like we would freak out. Like the
And
average
fuck them up.
person would freak out if they saw an alien.
Yeah, if you think about it,
I
yeah,
would freak
fuck
out
it.
if I fucking. I'd be like, well, dude, get the fuck away from me.
I'm pretty sure I'd try to smash. I don't know.
Oh, you said there were 4 theories? What was the 4th?
The 4th one is that they're so advanced and we're just not important enough to even
Nowhere
contact.
near.
Like we see ants on the floor, like the ants crawling around. Like we're not gonna fuck with ants. Like,
Well,
Like,
my
you're right, yeah.
my new favorite like conspiracy theory that I've gone down a rabbit hole is the Vatican.
ooh,
Oh, they have all the secrets for all that
Yeah.
bullshit. Yeah, that's why
I've
it's so
ever heard
secretly.
this. I've heard this.
You haven't?
No, I haven't.
Dude, apparently they have like a bunch of like they have a time machine
What the fuck?
that can. But here's the thing: like I feel like it can only what they said it can only go back in time, but it can't go forward in time.
Yeah.
Like you can see, like they've gone and seen the Civil War, I think.
But
Or they've gone and seen something like a big war, and they've seen the crucifixion.
Yeah, that
of
one.
Christ.
Yeah.
That I forgot what it's called.
they can go back in time, but they can't alter it in any way.
Mhm.
Like
Oh,
they
shit.
they just go spectate it, I guess.
Spectator.
I don't know about that one, but I do know that they had gone back to some big significant event back in history, but I don't know.
and that they have remains of aliens.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, that's
Dude,
in
it goes-
Area 51, but still.
Yeah.
Vatican, I'm pretty sure they do too, but, you know?
I don't
Yeah,
know, bro.
no, that's been my like rabbit hole the last like month and a half on TikTok. Is just
There's so many
Vatican.
damn conspiracy theories. It's hard to keep up.
Yeah.
There are a lot.
I send these guys multiple ones a day.
My new favorite one is that the lottery system only exists to capture time travelers.
oh
Because think about it. I do like you can travel through time, so you're gonna go back and win the lottery, but they want you fucking traveling through time, so they're gonna grab you right before you do it. Unless you don't play the lottery.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's why I never pick my numbers, bro. Cause I just leave it up. to the
Put
punch.
a quick pick.
Put a quick
Quick
pick.
pick. Yeah, that's the way to do it.
That
so
way,
if they do capture you, be like, I don't fucking know.
fucking shit, bro.
Did you guys hear about that? Did you see the time traveler in the tool shit in Florida?
What?
No.
No.
Did you see
Oh yeah, I saw that video where some dude went into a tool shed.
Yeah, so there's this dude in Florida that he rents out his house to on Airbnb. So he has a ring camera that points out to like his little shit in the back. And he said that one day some dude like either went in there or came out, or he was looking at on his property. There was a lock, and he ended up just going into that fucking room, and he just never came out.
He never came out.
And he's like, "What the hell?" So he started investigating into it, and the dude he wasn't hiding anywhere. And a couple days later, there was another dude that would look like him, but just like so years ahead, like older,
way older,
straight like gray hair type shit,
wild.
and that he was there on camera. And they did like a reverse Google image, and that he died back in 2019, but he was current day.
What?
So it's like some weird shit, dude. Like it's crazy. It's like a crazy ass story.
The only thing about time travel that fucks me up is because, like, the universe is ever expanding, right? And so we're never in the same place at the same time. So for time travel, you have to go through time and space. So since the universe and the galaxies are moving, we've already moved beyond that space. So how are you going to go back? Like, let's say if we were
to jump in that loop, that exact
space, not just time, but that exact space. We're already moving past it. So that's the only thing that really fucks me up about time travel.
Wow.
I don't know why.
Well, I think my favorite well, it's not really time travel. It's where time gets lost.
Okay.
Is there's this one story where this guy, he has this friend that lives down the street. Let's say you have a homie that lives where the 7-Eleven is or Elon is, right? He comes over every day to drink beers with you. There's this one time or this one story where that homie from the 7-Eleven, he has his house there. He walks to your house and he has beers with you. And then he walks back. It's like 11 o'clock at night, right? He gets there like at 8 o'clock. 11 o'clock, he goes, "Hey, man, I'll see you later. I'm going to walk back home." He starts walking back home to the 7-Eleven or his house. And then as he's walking back, it only takes like, 10, 15 minutes to get to his house? He's getting to his house, and the guy and his roommate is leaving for work. And he goes, "Hey, man, what are you going to work so late for? It's 11 o'clock at night." And his roommate goes, "No, dude, it's 6 a.m. Where's that time go when you leave this house to go there?"
It's called the time
Does that
slip.
make sense?
Yeah. It's a time slip.
Yeah, I don't know.
And he swears he didn't fall asleep.
Yeah.
He
No,
didn't
he
fucking pass
walked.
out. He walked, yeah.
But it took all that time to get there.
That's tripped out, dude. I've heard that story.
Right? It's
Yeah, I
kind
have-
of like the same thing where, like, has it ever happened to you where, like, you're in bed and you're super tired and you look at the clock and it's 11:05, right? You close your eyes for like 2 seconds, you open up your eyes again, and it's 11:58.
Yeah. Or vice versa.
Yeah.
You nod off and you think you nodded off for an hour and it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've experienced both those actually. That's just trippy as hell.
There's another time slip story that the great Jim Harold likes to talk about, and it's like this kid when he was a little kid, right? He's playing in his house and he's running through the house and he sees like a fucking a hooded figure making a peanut butter sandwich like in his house, and he stops in his tracks like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And the guy looks at him, he's like, "Who the fuck is this kid?" Right? And then fucking and he forgets about it, and years later, he's wearing a hoodie and he's making a peanut butter sandwich.
Oh.
And he looks over and he sees some little kid pop up out of nowhere.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's
dude.
tripped out, dude. Like,
That's awesome.
like, how do you explain that, dude? Like, it's fucking trippy as fuck. Like, how do you explain that?
That's crazy.
You can't. You can't.
You really can't.
That's wild, man. That's crazy. No, man. I love conspiracies, man. Those are my things for
Yeah,
sure.
fuck yeah, dude.
So many, dude.
Too many. Right, and a lot of them are coming true now, though.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Have you been noticing that?
What do you mean? Like what?
Yeah.
I don't know, like just shit from. I don't know. Fuck, off the top of my head, I can't picture, but like.
Like the Simpsons shit?
That's
Oh, like the Simpsons shit?
Not
Because that shit's
that,
freaky.
but like
creepy.
other shit, like in real world, like they predicted it and it's coming to life. Like it's already happening.
Like COVID?
Yeah.
No, not COVID, but fuck. How can I say it?
So the whole Simpsons theory is that, like, since Simpsons have been on for so long and like all the writers have just like they like take in all of pop culture and everything that's out there in the zeitgeist, right? That it's inevitable that what they talk about is going to happen in real life. But that's the explanation for the Simpsons.
Yeah.
Now who knows how true that really is?
That's crazy. Yeah, no, for sure.
Because they predicted what, Trump, 9/11, COVID,
Oh yeah.
They predicted what else did they predict? Everything, dude.
Too many things.
The submarine, the ocean.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
Ocean.
yeah, that liner, yeah. Dude. But like,
Did you see someone's gonna pay money to go back down there? Someone else, another
they are.
as long
billionaire.
as it's not an Xbox controller again.
No, it's gonna be a better equipped little vessel apparently. I don't know.
Oh, dude. So real quick. So, like talking about like paranormal, right? So a way I like to explain it is like it's we don't know what's going on right with paranormal, with aliens, with fucking ghosts, with fucking time slips, with shit like that. The way I describe it, you just broke the fucking arm. The way I describe it is like, let's say we're in a submarine and we go out into the deep ocean and we see fucking creatures there. How are the creatures gonna explain seeing us? It's the same thing, right? Fucking. I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense or not?
Yeah,
Oh, fuck them creatures.
perfect sense.
Yeah.
I would freak out. I'm out of here.
I just had to explain that real quick. My bad.
You good, man?
Awesome. Well, I'm glad. I'm also glad you guys came out a couple of weeks ago to watch that show. What'd you all think of the DJ Cooch, Paul Antonio, and myself show?
Dude, it was fucking awesome. The only thing is I showed up a little late. I walked in the middle of your set.
Oh, you did?
But yeah, I mean it was good. I mean, you guys, the three of you guys got down, fucking laughing at a storm up.
Yeah,
over here.
it was good, man. It was my second time seeing DJ Cooch. My first time seeing you and Paul Antonio. You guys are great, man. And anytime we get a chance to go make it out there, we do try and we encourage everyone, like our listeners, to go support you guys. Go support
the comedy.
Support comedy, man. You guys, laughter is good for your health, man. Honestly,
100%.
For your soul, for sure. And I know we were getting into like really morbid topics, and I know
We're sorry, Larry.
Nah, don't let Jordan. Don't start. Don't apologize. Don't apologize. It's your job, bro.
Fuck that shit.
Mo.
It happens.
that
It's
shit.
every day. Life. I mean, my boy Steve's probably gonna look at everybody's little weenie and shit that's listening anyway. So it's all good and shit. It's all
Can't see
good.
mine and shit.
I was
It's all
listening to
good.
the Bro Monroe show, and they got really graphic on it.
They're talking about Bush.
We gotta cancel them now.
I wanted to ask you about a special guest you're gonna be hosting a comedy show with.
Oh yeah.
AKA the homie Ernie from George Lopez.
Yeah,
AKA
man.
what was his character? Was it Neto?
Yeah, it was Ernie from George Lopez.
But what's his name in was it Blood In Blood Out?
You know what? Never.
Was it
I'm
Blood In Blood Out?
gonna get crucified for this, but I've never seen that movie.
I've seen Blood In Blood Out. I'll be honest, I didn't like it. It wasn't my favorite.
No.
I didn't.
You guys are younger cats, so you guys can get away with it. But like,
I've seen it. I mean, it wasn't like, oh my god, but like how everyone loves it like that. It was cool, but I wasn't like, I wasn't.
Yeah, and I just know. Like, so
What
the
is
thing
it?
is
What is it?
Open your eyes, vato.
the way that I learned about this show or learned about him. There's another comedy producer, comedian, very funny. His name is Josh Castro. He's out of Austin. He's originally from El Paso, but he lives in Austin now.
Nice.
He's going to be doing shows around town. And he calls me one day and he goes, "Hey man, what's going on?" And I go, "Hey, what's up?" And he goes, Do you want to be on this show with Valente Rodriguez?" And I'm like, yeah, who's that? And he goes, "Dude, that's have you seen the George Lopez show?" And I go, "Yeah." You know his coworker Ernie in the warehouse?
Mm-hmm.
And I go, "Oh, Ernie from George Lopez?" He goes, yeah. You want to be on the show? And I go, "Yeah, of course, man. Let's do it." And but I didn't know him as Valente. I didn't even know he did other movies.
I didn't know he did stand up like that.
Neither did I.
Yeah.
See,
I didn't
we're
know
all
either.
learning it.
I didn't know either.
Yeah.
So I go, yeah, let's do it. And so we're gonna be at Picacho Brewery in Las Cruces next Friday, a week from today.
Can you give us the dates so people can?
We are gonna be there June 21st,
Okay.
and I believe the show's at 8:00.
Hell yeah, dude.
9 o'clock. So I think I'm gonna be hosting that. And Joe Rodriguez, he was a very funny comic, another national touring comic out of Las Cruces. He's a good friend of mine, super funny. The last time I saw him at the comic strip, he absolutely tore the place down.
oh yeah.
And he's one of those guys that I wish I was as funny as. And Flo Hernandez is going to be on that, another awesome comic from Dallas. And Josh Castro is also going to be on that show. And of course, Valente Rodriguez. So I'm excited, man.
Nice.
Damn, that's a good lineup.
You know what trips me out is I used to watch. I'm pretty sure all of us used to watch the George Lopez show late at night, and I never thought in a million years that I don't know, on my social media I posted the link for the tickets and whatnot. I never thought in a million years that somebody like that who had been on TV would say my name in a promo one day.
That's fucking cool,
Yep.
man. That's
That
so fucking
trips
cool.
me out, and that goes back to the story that we were talking about when Cooch was here about meeting Paul Rodriguez and Johnny Sanchez and all those guys that are now my friends. You know, like these are guys that I watched on television.
That is weird.
Growing up, yeah.
And it just trips me out 100%. I still can't believe that the life that comedy has taken for me, for sure.
That's so fucking cool, man.
It is fucking awesome, man. That's so fucking rad.
Have you been breaking eggs out in the streets through comedy?
Yes, but only at a gas station.
Okay. Hey, it counts, bro.
Yeah,
What-
it
what-
definitely
tell us about that one.
Yeah, no, I was, in fact, I was hosting one weekend at the Strip, and I stopped off at the Circle K on Airway in Edgemere, and I was there putting gas, and it was a very quick interaction. This kid in the gas pump next to me leaned over and looked at me, and he goes, "Hey man, you're that comic guy, right?" And I go, I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Dude, you." He goes, "Dude, you talk about dead people, right?"
Fuck yeah.
And I go, "Yeah, man." He goes, "Dude, you're funny, man. You're funny, dude. I just wanted to tell you you're funny, and I had a great time the last time I saw you."
Nice.
And that
dude.
made me feel good. I was like, "Oh shit,
Oh, yeah.
somebody fucking recognized me."
It's tight, dude.
I mean, I feel like I'm not at that level yet, but you know, but yeah, that's where it's happened. And then, yeah, every now and then people will just come up to me like, "Hey, I know you from the comic strip, or I know you from doing shows at Church Bar or wherever the fuck I did a show at."
How long have you been doing comedy for?
I've been doing it for 3.5 years now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
What got you in comedy? What are your inspirations for your comedy side?
Well, you know what? I started at Scenics Bar and Grill. My friend Yesenia owns that. And this is right after the pandemic. I would go to Scenics every Friday just to go drink and hang out. And I saw that there was an open mic starting there. This was back in 2021. And I didn't know what an open mic was. I thought it was just a comedy show where people were getting paid to do comedy. I didn't know that you could go up and sign up and they would let you on. They didn't matter if it was your first time or not. That's how blind I was into this industry.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I didn't know what anything was. I didn't know terminology. I didn't know the things that I know now. And yeah, I started there at Scenics January of 2021, and a little bit of luck and a little bit of talent went a long way. And by November of 2021, I officially became a regular host at the El Paso Comic Strip.
Dude, that's fucking crazy
Yeah,
fast,
yeah,
man.
man.
That's
All within a
Switch.
year and shit?
Within a year. And thank you. Within
Wow.
that was very loud. Thank you. Within a year, I didn't expect it to go the way it has gone. Okay, I was just doing comedy for the fuck of it. I wasn't doing it to be famous or to, do all kinds of things. I just was doing it for fun, but things just started happening and the snowball just started rolling and rolling and rolling, and it hasn't stopped. So, and the only thing is the snowball keeps getting bigger. And
Oh yeah, that's good.
I hope I can keep control of that fucking thing. That's for sure.
You will, dude. You will. That's
Yeah,
badass.
man, sure, man.
So yeah, I've been doing that. I've been a paid regular, and it's just been fun, man. It working at the comic strip has opened a lot of doors for me, comedically, professionally. I know we talked about Joey Medina the last time, but I've just been able to cross paths with so many awesome legends and comedians that I used to watch on TV or hear on TV. I remember when I was in fourth grade. When I was in fourth grade, this was back in 2002. I don't want to make anybody feel old. My parents had just got DirecTV, and Michael Winslow had just dropped his comedy special on pay-per-view. But since my parents had just got DirecTV, they got all the channels for free.
Oh, nice.
So I'm getting ready for school one day, and I'm hearing this guy on a microphone do these sound effects, do these voices, and people are laughing, man. People are laughing. And I'm like, wow, like I couldn't believe you could do that. I couldn't believe. In fact, the first time I got introduced to comedy was through Cheech and Chong.
Nice.
Yeah. I was in 4th grade, and but I didn't know what stand-up comedy was. And years later, 22 years later, here I am waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, picking up Michael Winslow in my car.
Damn.
Tight, dude.
To take him to radio.
That's fucking awesome.
And I had to tell him, I was like, hey man, you're the reason why I know what stand-up comedy is.
Oh wait, what did he say?
And he goes, what do you mean? He goes, dude, when I told him the same story, dude, when I was a kid, I woke up one morning getting ready for school, and I just stumbled upon your special, and you were doing these sound effects, and I knew he knew what I was talking about. Whoa. And he knew I wasn't bullshitting with him, because he had this joke about a woman falling off a cliff or something like that, and he did the voice of the woman falling off the cliff, and it sounded like somebody was falling off a cliff. And he goes, man, you remember that? And I go, yeah, Mike, I remember that. I remember getting dressed for school and watching your special. And he goes, man, like that's crazy, man.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah, it's wild, dude. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that he even remembered that. And I'm glad that he validated that shit for me.
That's fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
Fucking Mike Winslow with all the.
I just think it's weird that
what I think about is Police Academy.
Yeah. It just comes full circle. You know what I mean?
It does, dude.
That's wild, man. That's a really cool story, man.
Yeah.
The fact that like he's the one that got you into it, and then you got to meet him and tell him about it. Dude, that's fucking dope. Man.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, and the same thing with who was it? Thea Vidal. Thea Vidal, she's another awesome comedian. She's the only one that made me want, like, not in a bad way. She did 5 shows at the comic strip and did 5 hours of different material each time.
No way.
Oh, damn.
Dude,
What?
I was like, here I am with my shitty 15 minutes doing them every day, and you're here doing 5 hours of different jokes.
That's wild.
And the only reason why I went up and fanboyed in front of her was because I'm a big wrestling fan, and she was in WWE. She was a part of a storyline where there was this wrestler by the name of Sheldon Benjamin. I don't know if you know who Sheldon Benjamin is.
Nah.
He was a wrestler. He was a collegiate wrestler, and then he went into WWE. He did this storyline where he was like a mama's boy or something like that, and his mom would follow him everywhere in the arena, around the ring, and his mom was played by Thea Vidal.
Oh, cool.
And so I asked her, I said, hey, like, what was it like being back in W? How'd you get that? No, my agents and this and that. And I was like, what was it like being backstage with all these all these wrestlers? She goes, man, none of them wanted to talk to me. I feel like I scared all of them, because she's a big old school black lady with fucking glasses, you know?
Yeah.
And she told me this funny story about how she told me this big funny story how
That's her, right?
that is her right there, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And she told me this story how she was backstage at WWE. I think it was a live show for Monday Night Raw, and how none of the wrestlers would approach her except for Sheldon Benjamin, because of course she had to work with him.
Yeah.
And that she was like, man, she goes, man, I'm there sitting there backstage, and all these wrestlers are there doing workouts, doing their final, because before the show starts, they're there.
Get a little pump.
They're there fucking getting like doing fucking curls and fucking squats to get their fucking muscles look big and shit, you know? And she goes, man, I looked at Sheldon Benjamin, and she goes, man, he was just there eating Twizzlers. But she didn't say it like that, but
was
you
just
know,
prepping.
She's eating Twizzlers and shit. That's cool, dude. That's fucking badass.
That's fucking dope, dude. That's super cool, man.
yeah, no, it's comedy's really taken a life of its own. I didn't like I said, I didn't expect to make it this far and meet the people that I've met. You know, it's been really fun.
That's the thing. You're getting started, dude. Like, you still got ways to go, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, man,
What's your ultimate goal with this? What are you trying to do with
Exactly. That was a good question. I was going to ask that.
I just want to do this weekly.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I feel like El Paso, as as big as El Paso's growing, it's not gonna ever be the type of town where you can do comedy every weekend and get paid regularly for it.
Make a living off of it.
I do plan on going out of town a lot. California, South Texas, which is one of my favorite runs to do. Just wherever the opportunities go, you know, I'm taking it one day at a time, and you know, I'm just going wherever it takes me. You know, I'm not. I know a lot of these guys out here, you know, they like to be gung ho about it and go for it, but for me, I'm just taking my time, which has worked out for me so far. So
There it is.
I like that, dude.
You're still doing the funeral gig?
doing that, and I'm also working with my dad's plumbing business. We've had it's my family's plumbing business. We've had a plumbing business since my great grandfather started it in the in the early 1920s, I believe. It's about 100 years.
Dude.
God damn, dude.
Yeah, so my great grandfather started it. It was El Paso Plumbing, and just a little bit of history for El Paso. So you know that street Yarborough, right? Everyone knows Yarborough.
Yeah.
That street is named after two brothers, two developers who created the East Side.
Okay.
No way.
Mhm.
Oh, cool.
And my great grandfather and my grandfather did all the plumbing for the Yarboroughs.
Wow.
And yeah, it's crazy. So
That's
we've been in
fucking
business
wild,
for
dude.
like about 100 years. Oh yeah, just about 100 years.
Do you want to drop the name of the?
Yeah, Alameda Pro Rooter, guys. We do plumbing and repair work, sewer line. If your toilet's clogged or if your shower's leaking, and you
Dude,
want
Help me out with the toilet right now, bro.
Dude,
That
I
shit
will
won't
fix
stop.
that
Dude,
shit
I
right
have
now.
some
It will
fucking.
not stop.
I have a couple questions for you about the plumbing real quick before we get out of here.
Yeah,
So people are aware. Flushable wipes.
don't do
Exactly.
it.
Don't do it. Don't do it, people. It says flushable on the box on the bag, but
They're not. They're not. What are they, biodegradable?
They will
They're
not break down.
They don't
just
break down.
clog
They just
shit.
yeah.
Ugh.
You don't know how many wipies and shit I pulled out
Ugh.
drains.
What's some of the nasty shit you pulled out? Diapers?
No, I've never pulled out a diaper.
Oh, I have a question about that. I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask a plumber, and it's perfect that you're here, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
Condoms. Are you supposed to flush them down the toilet or not?
Oh.
Because
I never pulled out any condoms, so I would assume they're safe.
Okay, because a lot of people say, "Oh, flush them down the toilet," and that's been a thing since I was a teenager. Back then, I don't know how.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think people in El Paso use those.
Yeah, I was about to say, I've never used
Yeah,
that
like I
shit,
said, I've never pulled one out. So I pulled out
Okay.
a dollar.
You know how many? You pull out $1?
I pulled out a dollar.
keep
one
it?
time. Yeah, I kept it there, and I was like, "Yeah, it's my lucky dollar, shitty dollar."
You know how many kids are there?
Damn, bro.
That's a wow.
So plumbing, it's all about angles, right? Like basically like elevation type slopes, right? That's pretty much all it is.
Yeah, well, under the ground.
Yeah, like slopes.
Mhm.
I didn't know that. Like I was mind blown because I was watching this other podcast
the
like
line
this 2
underneath your
weeks ago.
house is on a slope.
I have a question for you. Is tap water safe to drink?
Yes, 100%.
Because
Drink it.
I'd rather drink tap water than bottled water, bro.
I drink tap. It's because I drink tap water, bro.
My girlfriend hates that I drink tap water.
Dude, you trust the pipes, the old ass pipes?
But that's what I was asking.
He just said it's safe.
But it's because I was asking because I've seen those videos.
It's
where they're
hard
like,
water. It's hard water.
People fucking drink water that comes
I-
out of these pipes, but I think it's a
I
different
wouldn't do it.
sewer, like a different line that they're fucking
Bro,
showing.
when
you,
I'm
bro.
hungover as fuck, I'm in the shower. I'm just doing this.
Now that I don't know because
Nah.
there's mold. There's mold that builds up
Well, that's
on the
hard
shower.
water. That's all
No, yeah.
calcium and shit like that. You don't want to.
When are your busiest days as a plumber? I can probably guess 1 or 2 of them.
The day after Super Bowl.
The day after Thanksgiving.
Oh, the day after.
That's known as Brown Friday in your world, no? Because Black Friday in the retail world,
Yeah.
and I hear it's Brown Friday in.
Well, you know, it's not really. I mean, it's Brown Friday, you know, but
Yeah,
it's mainly just clogged kitchen lines.
really.
We've had to unclog
Kitchens.
ours.
A lot of kitchen.
Because the
lines
grease, the grease.
grease, and people throw shit down.
Like the
there.
chicken bone, the turkey bones, and all that.
Wishbone.
The pandemic was wild. I didn't get a break during the pandemic. All the kids were home breaking,
And all the
shit.
people are dying and
for
shit.
sure.
Oh, that's true.
Fucking asshole kids.
Kids breaking shit and then people dying. Dude, you're fucking busy.
I know,
Dude,
bro.
I didn't get a break.
I wanted to ask about COVID, but I don't want to get too morbid.
Yeah, no, dude. COVID was wild. I hope we never go through that ever again.
Yeah.
Give us
I
a-
remember
yeah.
just seeing the news where like the fucking ice house at the downtown was like
Yeah,
fucking super
wait.
packed that they had to like rent
Yeah,
fucking outdoor freezers or whatever, like to keep people out.
How are you as far as that goes? I mean, can you give us a quick little rundown before we dip out on COVID? Your procedures, what you did. I mean,
It was.
Did you wear a mask?
You know what?
yeah. Did you wear a mask?
Yes, I had to. It was just so unknown at the time. Nobody knew what was happening. Nobody knew what was right. Nobody knew what was wrong. It was just, we're dealing with this thing and we just got to go with it the best we can. Although I feel like our political figures in town didn't really do a good job handling it from my point of view.
I concur.
And that just goes with just work. I feel like people should, as many people died, that shouldn't have happened. But COVID was just a wild thing.
Especially you remember the capital of that shit at one point. Remember?
Well,
like,
yeah,
the capital, the
Paso-
COVID, the death
Paso
capital of
was
the world.
like,
Damn,
We were?
Yeah.
for like a long time, people were like, "Yo, what the?" Yes, dude, in the whole world, bro.
And then after
In the
that,
whole world.
we switched it up and we became the model for fucking curbing
After
it.
that, we became the model.
That's wild, bro.
Shout out
Cause
to my boss for fucking pulling that off.
Hell yeah!
it's wild because I stayed working, dog.
there you go.
Ah, shit, bro.
That's it. I was out in the streets, dog.
You guys got any questions before we dip out?
I just want to say real quick, these two helmets behind, these three helmets
Yeah.
are very nostalgic for me.
Because you went to Burgess.
I did play at Burgess,
Damn.
and I did go up against Jefferson.
Puro Jeff, babe.
I did go up against Bowie.
Hell yeah!
I was too poor and couldn't go to college, so I never played at UTEP.
And everyone's playing YouTube.
You can still walk on, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can, bro. You still got eligibility.
I know, right?
Hey, where the fuck is the Urban helmet? What the fuck?
You have one?
I don't have one, but like I'm saying, what the fuck?
Well, tell Poncho.
Hook us up.
Oh,
Hey,
the bunch of
guys,
junk, right?
on that note, we
Yeah,
will
yeah.
accept anything that you guys want us to display out here. If you guys want to donate anything to the show,
We still
on
have some
loaners,
bare
we got
walls
ton
and-
of we got ton of
We had a
space.
space.
Yeah, and then before we dip out as well, I wanted to give a quick shout out. Oh shit! I wanted
You
my
broke
bad.
that. You broke
I want to give a quick shout out to Blazing Tree. They hooked it up with this hat. I had some of their lunch today, dude. Shout out to them. Shout to Chef Ryan out there at Blazing Tree Brewery. They just opened up on Mountwood, right across the Chico's.
I used to do comedy at Blazing Tree.
Really?
Dude, we
Yeah.
gotta bring that back over there. I'll talk to these guys about it. But yeah, I had the two tortas today. We split them in half. Dude, fire.
They're like big tortas? Or?
They're not big tortas, but they're just really good. There was
What-
one. It was a
what are their names?
cochinita pibil was the first one,
That's good.
and then the other one was milanesa, but with the steak. Dude, I mean, it was a steak milanesa thing with like bean hummus. Black
What?
bean hummus, dude, it was fire, bro.
maybe fried
The
beans?
rosemary fries were fire. The mac and cheese was amazing. The onion rings are just big. They're just huge, bro. Like the biggest onion rings you've seen. The green chili sauce is amazing. I had some wine drink. It was really good.
Wine
And no, it wasn't a wine cooler. A Boone's Farm. It was a Boone's Farm and
A
shit.
Zima
No.
and shit.
And then the
Jolly
dessert.
Rancher in that bitch.
Dude, there was a donut cheesecake dessert. It was fire. I mean, it was really good. Check them out. They got lunch specials now Monday through Friday. Stop by. They just wanted to give us a quick shout out. Give them a quick shout out. So, yeah. Before we dip out, what are your top three cereals of all time? Top three cereals.
Serial killers.
Yeah, we're the serial killers out here.
Well, I feel like Frosted Flakes with bananas is undefeated.
Woo.
Yep.
Do you guys remember? I don't know if you know. Have you heard of O's?
I remember O's.
O's.
I remember O's, yeah.
They're like in a yellow box. I love that cereal. And probably fucking Fruity Pebbles, dude. I fucking love Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles are
little
fucking
nice.
shit.
Dude, Fruity Pebbles, throw in some sliced banana in there. Like, it's a game changer. Game changer.
Bro, the milk,
Shout out
dude,
to
afterwards.
my NYC for showing me that Fruity Pebbles with the fucking bananas and shit.
Dude,
Wow.
fucking. Didn't we talk about it last time? So it's my favorite is fucking Fruity Pebbles.
Cocoa
Pebbles and Cocoa Puffs.
There you go.
You guys got any questions for our boy Steve before we dip out?
All right, man. Who's your goat in comedy?
Oh, or top three goats? What?
I
Just
feel like there's
your
so
goat.
many.
Who's your goat though? Your number one.
Goat.
That's a good one. I have a lot of goats.
You don't want to leave anyone out, huh?
No.
Give us your top three
All
then.
right, top three then. Is if you don't know. In no
Okay,
particular
I can
order.
do
Yeah,
top-
in no particular order.
No particular order. I loved Ralphie May.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Ralphie May was one of my favorites. I love Anthony Jeselnik.
The way he's just so serious.
Yeah. I love Anthony Jeselnik. I think not only this, just not just because his dark humor, but I think his writing is just impeccable. His writing, like he used to be a writer for SNL.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And but you could just tell like he's very intelligent and he knows what he's gonna say even before he says it. He just doesn't say shit just to say shit.
Yes.
And he's probably up there. And number one, probably got to go with Dave. I love Dave. I grew up watching Dave. I'm pretty sure all of us did.
Yeah.
Chappelle Show.
I used to sneak out of my room late at night, turn it on to channel 63 or whatever, channel 42. No,
42
was Comedy Central.
Yeah, 42 was
yeah.
Comedy Central. 63
Yeah,
was
63 was MTV. My bad.
no, that was
Which one was it?
MTV was 68, wasn't it?
68.
I don't remember.
One of
Because
those.
I remember the cartoon was
67
67
was
cartoons.
beat.
Okay, you're
67
right.
was
No, that's
BT.
BT.
Our
yeah.
cable
That's
didn't
correct.
make it that high. And shit,
I was
but-
yeah. No, you're right.
I swear to God, it's
Changing it and staying up late and waiting for my parents to go to bed to watch Chappelle Show.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you could say Robo now.
When I had
With Tyrone Biggums.
Cinemax. That came later with Dish Network, Cinemax.
Yeah.
We got these channels, Mom.
Mom, what time are you leaving today?
Así era la tienda, Mom.
Ya vete, ma, ya vete.
But Dave just is just the GOAT.
Yeah,
And,
I agree. That's my.
I've
goal,
seen
man.
and
That's
I've
my
seen
goal.
him live, and it's just
I've never seen him
I
live,
mean,
bro.
either way.
I have
Wow.
Dave Chappelle. I saw him at Abraham Chavez Theater.
So did I.
Yeah.
So did I.
Dude, that's the only one I'd be the only celebrity I'd be starstruck.
It was Bobby J and Shitface.
Oh, that's good. Your face.
Yeah.
We went.
Do you want to ask him a question before we dip out? Let me pull out the questions.
Pull it out. Oh, the questions? If you could perform or headline any theater, any venue in the United or in the world, where would you want to perform?
The Comedy Store.
LA, baby, right?
LA?
I feel like if you once you headline the Comedy Store, it's,
You made it.
You made it.
It's
You're solidified.
it's
You're a made man and
can't-
shit. You're a made man in comedy, right?
you can't beat that.
Beautiful.
Well, you'll get there, bro.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. It's a long road. This thing isn't a marathon. It is a marathon. It's
not
not,
a
a
sprint.
sprint.
It's not a sprint.
We're rooting for you, bro. Like,
Thank
for
you
real,
so
we're,
much.
we're in your corner. We're here for whatever you need. Any promotion that we can help out with. I mean, we're
Yeah.
happy to help out
Thank
with.
you. Before I get out of here, I want to tell this quick story.
Yeah, go for it.
yeah,
Go for it. Yeah.
So I know the last time we were here, we talked about being starstruck and shit like that. There's another story where I was starstruck, and I was I don't know if you remember back in the day, there used to be a UTEP basketball player by the name of Greg Foster.
Yes.
Greg Foster, yeah.
Greg Foster. And he played with Jordan. He played with Pippen. He played with Steve Kerr. He played with Karl Malone.
All the legends.
John
Yeah.
Stockton. He played with Kobe, Shaq. He won a ring with the Bulls and I believe the Lakers.
Damn.
You can fact check me on
Yeah,
that. people.
we'd have to look that up. I do know,
But I do know for a fact he did win a ring with the Lakers.
Okay.
And I was 8 years old, and my next door neighbor Stevie was having a birthday party. He was turning like 4 or 5 years old. This was in the early 2000s.
How old were you at the time?
I was like 7 or 8 years old.
So you okay?
And so I'm a big Lakers fan at the time. I loved Kobe Bryant. Bless his soul. He's my inspiration every day. And he's, I take that mentality into comedy too.
Mamba mentality, baby.
Yeah, I do. And I work hard every day, and my work ethic is based on that. And but I'm 8 years old, and my next door neighbor's mom and dad is best friends with Greg Foster's wife. So I'm at this birthday party, and this is right when the Lakers were winning everything.
Yeah, the early
Early
2000s.
2000s.
They had their
Three-peat.
the three-peat was 2000, 2001, 2002.
Yeah, that was during that time. And so I'm at this birthday party. I'm 8 years old and 7 years old. And fucking Greg Foster comes to this birthday party.
Nice.
he walks in. By the way, Greg Foster is tall as shit. I don't know how tall he is, but he has to be close to 7 feet tall.
He's tall.
And I'm looking at this guy, and my neighbor's dad, Stevie's dad, comes up to me, and he knows I love the Lakers. I love Kobe Bryant. And he goes, "Hey, Steve, you see that guy right there?" And by the way, he had his ring.
Oh shit, that's
Nice.
And he goes, "See that guy over there? He plays for the Lakers." And I go, I fucking start fanboying. 8 years old, you don't know any better. So I'm 8 years old. I walk up to Greg Foster, and I go, "Hi," and he goes, I didn't even know his name. I forgot his name. I was like, "Hi," and then he goes, "How you doing, yo man? What's your name? What's your name?" And Steve, he goes, "Hey, it's nice to meet you, Steve." What's good? And by the way, this guy, like I said, played with Jordan, played with Pippen, Steve Kerr, all these legends. You know what I asked him? I said, "You know Kobe Bryant?"
No way, dude. That's badass.
What do you say?
And he goes, yeah, he's my friend. He's cool. He's my friend. And I'm like, what is he like? What does he do?
Hell yeah, dude. That's fucking awesome.
That's badass.
And so I'm here asking questions, and he goes, "Yeah, you know Kobe. He shows up every day to practice before us, and he stays after us, and he just works really hard. And he's my friend. We're good friends." And I'm like, "He's your friend?"
That's
like,
so cool, dude.
What? And he goes, I just remember just asking him questions, and my mom. And after I got over the whole Kobe Bryant shit, because I'm pretty sure that happened to him all the time. Because I'm pretty sure people asked him about Jordan, 100%.
For sure.
Asked him about playing with Michael, the fucking GOAT. Michael Jordan, Stockton, Malone, Karl Malone. And my mom comes up to me and goes, "All right, Steve, leave him alone." Like, she grabs him by the shoulder.
Ya déjalo.
Leave him alone. He's trying. And Greg Foster was the nicest guy. He's, "No, ma'am, it's okay. He's okay. He's cool. It's okay. He's hanging out."
That's cool.
Man. That's fucking
And
awesome.
then my mom goes, "No, you don't know him."
He won't stop.
And Greg Foster signed an autograph for me, which I still have to this day.
That's awesome,
Signed an
man.
autograph to Steve, and thanks for the love in the late, or whatever he put.
Keep being weird and shit.
Thank you for making me feel weird.
Thanks for creeping me out, kid.
But yeah, no, I'll never forget that day. It was so cool.
That's awesome, man.
fucking
You know,
awesome.
Los
That's
Angeles, I got to meet a fucking Los Angeles Laker. That was
That's
cool.
fucking dope,
Yeah.
dude. That's super cool, man. That's
That's
fucking
sick,
badass.
man.
And it was the fact that he was cool about it. It's fucking dope too.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
he's not going to tell an
That's it.
8-year-old to fuck off. That's
I will.
for sure.
Fuck
off.
them kids. I hate kids. I'll kick an 8-year-old. Fuck them
There are
kids.
some people that would. Did you guys gonna plug anything before we dip out? It's 915 Vintage.
Call your parents, call your loved ones, call your siblings, because you never know.
True.
Stay safe. Spread the love.
Spread love, not war. Or what is it? That stupid saying?
Make love.
love,
not
not
Oh, make love, not war. There we go. Follow the bro.monroe.show. Follow me. Follow me at the.notorious.ray. I might be getting back on Instagram soon this week, I hope.
Let's hope.
Follow the producers, Ruckus House Creative, and make sure you guys follow. What was it?
It's our sister podcast called Haunted by Podcast.
Ooh,
It's
nice.
at Haunted by
by.
Podcast.
I would love to be on that shit.
Yeah, dude. So explain it real quick, Milo.
Haunted by is it basically we want to talk to people who are haunted by something, and that doesn't have to be a literal haunting. It could be a memory, it could be trauma, it could be
Metaphorical.
a mistake, a metaphorical haunting. But like that's what we want to talk about. It could also be literal ghost hauntings. But yeah.
So if people want to, email us for anything, any questions, any topics that you guys want to do anonymously, we can do it. If you guys want to do anything with the Haunted By, email will be up on this post. Drew, anything?
No, nothing, man. You want to go ahead and plug your stuff?
Yeah,
Oh
plug
yeah,
your stuff in
you
any
you
dates.
guys could follow me on Facebook at my name, Stephen Michael Puga. You could follow me on Instagram, that Puga20. It says right here, PUGA20, and it's the same thing for X. Usually, I use Instagram for my comedy and everything. Twitter or X now is mainly for my content that I post with the Philadelphia Eagles or whatever. Even if you're not an Eagles fan, I do post a lot of NFL things on there.
Nice.
I'm brothers with a podcast in Philadelphia called Fourth and John. I do a lot of draft coverage for them, in season coverage for them, and sometimes on site. at NFL games. Like this year, I'll be covering New Orleans. I'll be going to Philadelphia again this year. And just real quick,
to your homie, man.
Yeah, I want to give a little dedication to my friend. She was the godmother of Eagles football. Yeah. Her name was Stephanie Phillips. She passed away after a long, brave battle with cancer. She passed away on Tuesday. I got the word Wednesday morning, and and I'm wearing this for her today. Usually I don't wear my apparel, my jerseys. I don't wear anything like that during the off season or in the summer, just because NFL jerseys are so expensive. Thank you, Nike, for that. But and this hat she gave me from the team. The actual Eagles sent me this hat, and it was through her. So I just want to dedicate this to her and how much she meant to me. And I'm gonna take her to every game that I go this year, and hopefully we don't make not one but 2 trips to New Orleans this year. So we're excited.
Good luck to you guys, man. RIP to, what was your name again?
Stephanie.
RIP to Stephanie. This episode is dedicated to you. We'll see you guys later. Tune in, YouTube, Spotify, all that. We'll see you guys later.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Peace.